lives in the sunlit world of what he believes to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, an underworld, a place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
All right. They ain't never opening that can of worms. And I'm just shocked that people don't understand why they wouldn't open that can of worms. Okay, for one, Jeffrey Epstein is not. Jeffrey Epstein was a Jew. Okay, that's what everybody needs to get in their head. He was Jewish. All right. So I don't know why people would think that we were going to get that information. The reason that I'm calling it a can of worms is because, guys, fuck it. Listen to this.
Fisher was. Disturbing allegations are surfacing in a very unexpected place. A man who is supposed to bring joy and holiness to the Jewish ritual of circumcision is now accused of something unthinkable, spreading a deadly disease to innocent babies. News 12's Tara Rosenblum joins us now with her special report, Cradle of Secrets.
It's a topic that not many people want to talk about, but an unlikely whistleblower, a young Orthodox Jewish woman, is now speaking out, claiming a local rabbi is infecting babies, making them sick. And what's worse, she says no one is doing anything to stop him.
Okay, now look, that was 12 years ago that was put up. Nobody even really talks about that. Even the lady was like, nobody really talks about it. Okay, let's go 15 years ago.
Since 2001, more than 130 public officials in New Jersey have pleaded guilty or been convicted of corruption, but there's rarely been a day like yesterday in the Garden State. 44 people were charged with public corruption and money laundering. Among them, the mayors of 3 New Jersey cities, 2 state legislators, and 5 rabbis.
The list of people we arrested sounds like it should be the roster for a meeting of community leaders. But sadly, they weren't meeting in a boardroom this morning. They were in the FBI booking room.
Okay. Now think about Donald Trump. Because I can hear people already. They're going to be like, well, Trump's not involved with them and, all this different stuff. And it's like,
by the time they believe in him, it'll be too late.
Nobody is saying that it's Trump, but Trump has to admit, or not admit, but Trump is a white guy. So it's like putting the Jews out there like that is not good for white people, especially right now with them trying to make America great again, and they're trying to have this image. So it would be bad for them if they was to come out right now and try to play the good guy, because look, hold on. And I'm not blaming Trump. This is older than him. So it's like, I can't say, oh, he's holding it hostage. No, I think it's over his head. Like, I don't think he could do anything. And the reason I'm saying that is because of this. See, Trump knows who's mainly been helping these small hats? He knows. He knows. It is 77.1% of white men involved in the kiddie porn situations. Okay, what are we talking about? We're talking about Epstein. Okay, if Epstein has all these videos, right, of underage kids, who would be buying them? The 77.1%, which would be white men. So now, are you guys going to blame Trump, even though the Epstein case has been around since Obama? Why do you think people were saying that about Obama? Why do you think? Why do you think we have that stuff about sniffing hair, Biden, and stuff like that? Why do you think we have these stories? Because this shit ain't new. This shit is old. It's been going on for a long time. The Epstein case is old. But okay.
I am Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on computer predators. You don't want.
Y'all ever heard of David Kay? So David Kay was a rabbi that got caught on how to catch a predator. Okay, hold on. I'm not done yet. Where is he at?
She's walking right next to me, we're walking along, and all of a sudden, she's gone. I don't know where she is.
This is video of Rabbi Frederick Karp trying out for Cleveland's Funniest Rabbi contest. Rabbi Karp is the spiritual living director at the Menorah Park Center for Senior Living in Beechwood and president of the Association of Jewish Chaplains. But the rabbi is also the focus of a criminal investigation in the state of Maryland that is no laughing matter. According to documents obtained by the Fox 8i team, Rabbi Karp was arrested by New York Transit Authority police at JFK Airport on January 15th on a fugitive warrant issued by police in Baltimore County, Maryland. The court documents indicate that Karp has been charged in Maryland with the crimes of perverted practice, a sex offense, sex abuse of a minor, and sex abuse.
Sex abuse of a minor. Hold on.
These were arrests on a massive scale. Amongst those taken into custody by the FBI were city mayors, politicians, and religious leaders. The authorities needed buses to cope with the sheer scale of the operation.
New Jersey's corruption problem is one of the worst, if not the worst, in the nation. Corruption is not only pervasive, it has become ingrained in New Jersey's political culture.
It's thought that religious charities controlled by prominent rabbis were used to launder cash. The arrests were part of a 10-year operation that uncovered money laundering on an international scale, as well as corruption and the sale of human organs in the US, Switzerland, and Israel.
Now let me ask you a question. Why do you think they're selling body parts and they're known for touching little kids? Think. Do you really think that majority of these kids make it out of sex trafficking? They don't. Majority of them die in this sick business that they have. So what do you think they do with the bodies? See, this is why Trump said that to that dude in his first term when he was like, yo, I thought you was going to give us the Epstein and the JFK, the true like files. And Trump said on the phone, he said, yeah, when there's not 15 other people on the phone with us, he said it loud. Then he went back to his regular voice. He said, I'll tell you. So if they can assassinate presidents, what makes you think they can't murder and sex traffic and chop up the kids? What makes you think they're not doing that? Oh, it ain't just the Jews. There's Catholics doing stuff. There's all different types of who they following behind. You got to learn from your master. See, this is always going to be an issue because everybody's going to be like, oh, they're lying to us. It's the Trump administration. No, bro. You've been lied to about this shit for about 4 administrations. This shit goes back to Obama. Better yet, before Obama. This is like 2005. This goes back to Bush Jr. So it goes from Bush Jr., no information. Obama, no information. Trump's first term is Russian collusion. Like, we can't even, he wouldn't been able to do nothing anyway. So that doesn't even count. Biden administration, nothing. Finally, we get to the second term, Trump. And they're like, oh, there is no videos. There's nothing. Wait a minute. Something's not adding up because Pam Bondi said that they had tapes. That they had thousands of tapes. Then Kash Patel comes out and says, no, we don't have anything. There is no tapes. I'm not a dumb man. I'm a very wise person. I'm telling you. It's too deep for them to open. It's too deep for them to open. It's too touched to everything. And all I can tell people is this is why I strongly advise people to not get your kids lost in that TV. Spend time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Read to them, interact with them, hang with them. Do not let them get lost in that idiot box because they put that shit there to not help us, to not help nobody. Really, it's not. The whole TV concept is to tell lies to your vision. That was the whole point of it. The whole point of it was to keep you motherfuckers dead. And that's why, you know, we focus on American blacks in the ghetto. We don't focus on American whites in the trailer park, even though they're neck and neck for the dirt. They both do the same dumb shit because they're low cognitive. Okay, or foolish, not wisely raised. So we can see it's propaganda. Okay, but in the end, you know, all this stuff keeps coming out. We keep seeing the other people get busted. It's not about black and white people because they just busted the Pride Parade founder. And then he's also the creator of something else. He just got busted with kid porn. So the thing is this. If Epstein is a Jew and he's dealing with underage kids having sex with them, I'm positive he has kid porn. It makes perfect sense. Okay. So if kid pornography is connected to 77.1 of American white men, how could they put this information out with Donald Trump make America great again? It would just destroy the whole narrative. It would destroy it. So to me, I don't feel that there is no evidence there. And I know they know there's evidence there. It's just I feel they don't want this administration to release it. It's going to have to be a whole nother presidency. I mean, like, way past J.D. Vance, all the motherfuckers. For this shit to get out, it's going to have to be someone who has no ties. I'm not saying Trump has any ties to it. I'm saying Trump's narrative it goes completely against it because Trump is still a white man at the end of the day. He's still a white guy, you know? So it's like, maybe if it was a black guy or a Hispanic guy or an Asian guy or a woman, you know, and drop this information, it probably could go further. But it's because we're dealing with a white man. He can't let this shit out the bag. He can't let this shit out the bag. We've been arguing about black people and crime for years. We've been talking about they got mental problems and there's something wrong with them. But it's like majority of black crime is black on black. Nobody can deny that. That's the weirdest thing where they're like, oh, black people make up 13%, but they do 50% of the crime. Yes, to themselves. Majority of that crime that black people do is to each other. They're not doing no major heist or nothing like that. What? Set it off? That's a movie. You don't see nothing like that happening. Unless you're talking about in the 80s, like with some fucking Mac Dre shit. It's like, bruh, but that's so long ago. That's so long ago. Like, and it doesn't add up to 77.1. If we had 77.1% of crime being done by black men, that it would be a big discussion. That would be a big discussion. Why isn't the 77.1 of white men in kiddie porn being discussed? I don't know. We should be discussing it with this whole Epstein thing. With Pam Bondi coming out and saying we have plenty of tapes and files, and then they gave us a bunch of not docs but redux shit, and then for Kash Patel to come back and say, "Oh no, there ain't nothing there." Bro, I'm just using common sense. I don't feel Trump is involved because Trump is trying to get rid of all these illegals. He doesn't want the kids here. He doesn't want the adults here because he doesn't want nothing to do with it. And he already knows who's being sex trafficked the most. It's his children. Just like who's the ones being raped and murdered. It's mainly white girls and Hispanic girls, but it's mainly white and Hispanic girls. There's like, I think 2 black people that been killed by these illegals. But for the most part, when they were holding apartments hostage in Colorado, it was all white people on the film. So I know for some real G shit, I know for a reason why we're not getting this information. I already know why. Trump is on a Make America Great Again run. He's not going to want this can of worms open while he's in office. He's not going to want it open. He's not. Anybody with common sense would know why he doesn't, because opening this, regardless if he's a Jew or not, it's going to lead to white men. That's why that other girl, Jessica, she's a Democrat, and she admitted on CNN that Jews are white people. She admitted it. You know what I'm saying? She admitted it. So when you think about, the establishment of Israel in the late 1940s, if you think about the argument JFK had with them, you know what I'm saying, about y'all are not getting no nukes, and then he mysteriously dies, and then they get nukes, even though it makes sense why JFK was arguing. It's like, nigga, y'all only been a nation for 10 years, bro. Y'all ain't got no fucking pull like that to be having no fucking nukes. Then all of a sudden he gets assassinated, and then like a year and a half later they get nukes. And then LBJ wants to fight Vietnam and donate Israel and all this weird shit. Jeffrey Epstein is a small hat. He's up there with touching kids. Okay, we know for a record, Jewish rabbis be sucking baby phallus, be drinking blood and sucking the baby phallus. Okay. There's a lot of kid touching around these dudes. All right, now let's just go to the regular good old American white man. Okay, he's 77.1% of holding kid porn. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein was molesting these kids. You say he had cameras everywhere. Okay, so he got kid porn. So that's why, guys. That's why they're not going to open this situation, because it's going to make Mr. Charlie have to come out and explain himself. The white man is going to have to explain himself. The one who's talking about gun ho and all for America and get rid of the immigrants, and all the immigrants and everybody else is going to be like, wait a minute. Nigga, you got some explaining to do. You be touching way too many fucking kids. Y'all all on fucking the FBI list, the 77.1. Okay, y'all all on How to Catch a Predator. Y'all all on y'all won't release this information about Epstein. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, what the fuck, my nigga? Y'all the ones out there mainly marching in the streets for the whole gay right thing. Yeah, y'all can say the Latino, that's your slave, but nah. Talking for it, vocally protesting, you know, going on Piers Morgan, all that, it's you. It's you, sir. No, not sir, person. It's you. So, if you got a good man in office, he's not going to want to taint his image. And he's only like 7 months in. He'd be a fool. Donald Trump, just on image alone, just as being a white person, would be a fool to open that book. He can't open it. Like I said, a woman could. A minority could. Anybody else could open this shit. And you're like, well, Cash Patel's a motherfucking minority. Nigga, you are out your fucking mind. He would be knocked off. He can't let that shit out. He just got there too. All of them just got there. You know what I'm saying? Your Dom Panagino, Cash Patel, Pam Bondi, they're all fresh fish. Trump is the only one who know how dirty these people play. Like literally, like Hillary Clinton in the last head of the FBI, Comey, bro, they're going under investigation right now. The motherfuckers set up that Russian collusion shit. They made it up. Just like we've been told y'all, just like Trump told you, it's a hoax. It's not real. Nobody was listening. Why would they be doing that? Now you look at them fucking Benghazi emails a little different. Like, why was Hillary Clinton's friend indicted for a kitty touching situation? Why was her other fucking employee caught in Haiti trying to kidnap kids? It's like, bro, this shit's all around y'all. Sexual deviance and kid touching is all around you motherfuckers. So, like I said, you wouldn't want to throw yourself in a trick bag, so you just stay away from it. Why are they telling us there's no information? I don't know. You had Pam Bondi live saying there's thousands of tapes or hundreds of tapes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showed us redacted shit. So evidence is there. And they're like, oh, well, it's the same old redacted stuff that Ben showed. What did you redact? What did you take out that you're not willing to show? Why y'all got the white woman saying one thing and then the leader of the FBI saying another thing? This is all months apart. It's only 3 months apart. Check Benny Johnson's page. He fucking got it verbatim. He got the clipping of her and Cash Patel. So it's like, bruh, this is my only logical answer. I'm not going to talk about no devil under the ground because that motherfucker is a bagel-nosed small hat. That's who the devil is on earth. That's who it is. They the duality setters. They started that shit. They started that. And it's put all over the earth. And everybody's spellbound and still listening to these people, even though they're the one discussing 3-year-old marriage, but they got the nerve to argue with Islam because they marrying 3-year-olds. Hold the fuck up. You niggas sound like twins. On God, y'all sound like twins. One of y'all making fucking discussions. Wrote this shit down. About, yeah, is it all right to marry a 3-year-old? Well, yeah, the bleeds and the tulip or whatever the fuck weird ass perverted symbolism y'all want to talk. Okay, we've literally seen the Arab next to his 8-month-old wife. We all saw that and was disgusted. So y'all not that far-fetched. And the Catholic priests, we know y'all was raping the shit out of the fucking indigenous Indian people. We already know that. And we already know what y'all doing to the altar boy. Y'all never thought about that. What are they doing? Altering man. That's weird. They touch the altar boy like if they're meant to alter this person. You know, there's an old game called Alter Beast where it's like a man turns into this beast, turns into a wolf, a bear, all that. Okay, so you're altering something. You're changing it up. Okay, Isn't that weird? Don't you think that's weird that these motherfuckers do all these rituals and it's like the only person that would get picked would be the altar boy? This sounds like some old ritual devil shit. It does. I'm not making up stuff. I'm not talking about underground or in the air. I'm showing you stats. 77.1% of the kitty porn is being trafficked through the white guy, the American white dude. Okay, who's the one that's been backing up Israel for decades? This shit is before Trump, so we're not going to use him. Okay, the white dude, gun hole America. Okay, straight up. Who's Jeffrey Epstein? A Jew. What's he doing? He's fucking trafficking kids. Okay, he has video fucking cameras all over his island everywhere he goes. Okay, so there's hundreds of tapes, and Bonnie told us. Okay, who they cool with? Who's Holly weird? Why all these motherfuckers protesting the streets? Like, nigga, who is it? I'm not making this video to be an asshole, and I'm not talking to the layman people that are not elites who have nothing to do with this shit. The elites are the ones hiding this truth. And I told you, it works behind focusing on blacks in the ghetto and not hillbillies in the trailer park. It's like you're not focusing on where this shit is at. They've already said black people, are involved. Remember, it's 77.1 were white, 12.8 were Hispanic, 5.8 were black, and 4.3 were other races. Okay, so we're not saying that other people ain't involved in touching the kids. This ain't no single out to the white dude. This is by numbers, motherfucker. Motherfucker, if you 77.1% and the Hispanic is 12.8%, nigga, y'all the highest ones on the list. Black people are not even in double digits, and neither are these other people. It's just you two. Okay? Don't y'all get along in the prisons and shit? All right, remember, molesting children is a crime. So maybe this is why y'all make spreads together and shit, because you're molesting fucking children on the outside together. I don't fucking know. I'm just putting two and two together. Stats. Bottom line is this. Epstein was a Jew. The white man of America has the highest count of child pornography. So it makes sense why they would not want to put this information out right now. When they're trying to make America great again, it's not going to look good on them. The image is going to be tainted. So I can understand why now we're getting a bunch of flim-flam where, the shorty saying one thing and then now they're like, there ain't no evidence. There's nothing there. He hung himself. Case closed. That's it. There's nothing to be seen here. There is no client list. Okay. There's no client list, but y'all let fucking Bill Clinton walk around and he has two cases. He has two cases. One he paid off. One was publicized. He was on Lolita Express 28 fucking times. Lolita is the movie about the 12-year-old girl that sleeps with grown-ass adults. That's where Epstein got the concept for Lolita Express. It's about Express, moving through young girls. That's what it's about. Whatever. He gets to ride out, nothing happened to him, but he got a painting in Epstein's house with him with a dress on, winking at the person looking at the picture, pointing. Come on, bro. There was nothing going on. You literally have witnesses. You have the witness that spoke and then mysteriously died or supposedly committed suicide. You got the other one who said, Mr. Trump never did anything with me or to me. So clearly, we know that this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we know that it happened. So why are they lying about evidence and stuff like that? Like, what are you talking about? The evidence is crystal clear from the stats. It's 77.1%. Who let this guy chill? Who lets any celebrity or rich person chill out in prison? Puffy was to himself. He wasn't in general pop. You seen him riding a fucking motorbike in there, doing fucking circles in the fucking cell block. Okay, Epstein, they said he wasn't even like with handcuffs on. Like he was like free to. He wasn't even in like he was in a total different part of like a prison. Where it was like, it wasn't even really prison, like on some fucking Martha Stewart shit, even though they locked her in a house. But it's like, still, this motherfucker didn't have prison like people have prison. And don't believe me, you don't have to. Just watch Goodfellas. Look how they did the mafia. pushed them off to an old abandoned cell block and shit where they ain't got to deal with nobody and shit. This motherfucker walking around freely, got fucking fish on his shoulders and shit. They chopping up lobsters, you know. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Don't tell me it ain't possible. And Epstein had way more money than the mafia. Shit. Way more connects, too. And he was an FBI fucking informant. You mean to tell me that Comey and them and the FBI don't know that they got molestation and kid trafficking all in their Rolodex and they ain't brought it up? Maybe that's why Kash Patel and them are saying there's no evidence. Because there's too much fucking evidence. This shit goes past Epstein. This shit goes to different presidents. This shit goes to different governors, mayors, all of it. They cannot let this shit out right now. They can't. It won't. It probably will never be this administration that gives that information because they've already gave us a fucking dud. They've already said, oh, no, there's nothing there. Okay. And always remember, and I'm out, goes. Always remember, the only person you're hearing saying this is other people. You're not really hearing Trump talk. He didn't say anything about it. It's Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. So y'all probably never gonna get the truth about this shit. And the reason is because you already know it. Sad reality. You already know it. Ghost.